everyone. This is Mahima. Thanks for tuning in. And today I have the pleasure of introducing you to a true master of written words. Please join me in welcoming Swarnima Sharma, an accomplished writer of enchanting children's books. With her remarkable journey, we are in for a treat as we delve into her insights and learn from her creative process. Thank you so much for joining us today, Swarnima.
Thank you. Thank you for the very kind introduction and for the opportunity. I'm glad to be a part of this with you. Thank
It's
you.
my pleasure. Uh, and I'm truly delighted to have you here. So, could you please share a bit about yourself, how you found your way into the captivating world of books, writing books?
Okay, so I will start with my qualifications. Basically, I am a lawyer by qualification. I did my BA LLB from Symbiosis Law School, Hyderabad, and I know it is quite a leap from that to this. But my journey in writing was always, I believe, running parallel to whatever I was doing. Ever since I was little, I was always interested in writing. And once I graduated, I knew that this is what I had to do, and I trusted myself enough to take that leap forward. And I tried out quite a few legal internships that were related to writing. I did a lot of legal writing, I did a lot of technical writing, research writing, a lot of that. And I always found something amiss because I was just not tapping into that talent of mine, that passion of mine. And after I graduated, and it was during the COVID time, so I graduated remotely, and then after that I began uh, applying for opportunities that were more into the league of what I wanted, because it was a very hard time, COVID, but at the same time it sort of made me feel as if there are so many opportunities out there that I can apply to, and it's just at the click of a button because everything was online at that time. So yeah, I think I had that privilege to do that at that time, and I was able to do it. And when I came across this opportunity to write for kids, I just knew that it would be the right fit for me, and I knew that it was my calling, kind of. And I jumped at it, and I somehow just knew that I had to do this. And after joining, I had a wonderful team. I had incredible seniors supporting me, and none of them made me feel like I was not qualified for what I was doing. They always pushed me towards growing and towards learning more about the role that I am in today. And I really, really owe it a lot to the people around me, what I am, what I have been able to do till now. Yeah.
That's very interesting to know. And you had a legal degree, you were pursuing a career in law. And then the most amazing thing is that you recognize your passion. People don't do that. Like,
Right.
generally we stuck to our education, we are stuck to that. So it's quite interesting to know. And so imagination knows no bound, and your stories have surely taken young readers on exciting adventures. Can you share some of the most thrilling experience you've had while weaving these tales, and how they continue to inspire and fuel your creative work?
Yes, I. There's a lot that I can say, but I think the very first time that I was hit by the impact of what I was creating was when I saw children actually reading and reacting to my stories. And there is something infectious about a child's joy and wonder. And you look at it and you are just like, this is what I was as a child. This is what children are like. And now, adult life has just thrown everything off balance. But then looking at them enjoying something that you created, it's amazing. And it is so inspiring and heartwarming also to see that children can enjoy the little things in life, but at the same time, also something profound like the written word. And actually seeing my work getting accepted and getting that sort of uh, information to the kids, it catapulted me towards exploring more and making myself better, because after you see that that smile on a kid's face, there's no going back, I think.
I can just imagine that. Sounds amazing. And so, for those aspiring to embark on a career in writing books, what kind of individuals do you think would actually succeed in this field? And is there any specific specialization required to thrive, or can someone with no prior experience also, be successful as a writer?
Right. I always say this: if a lawyer can turn into a children's writer, then anyone can be a writer. More than that, I don't think there is particularly anything that should define a person who wants to write. But for sure, one should be passionate and they should be willing to push themselves. Me, of all people, I don't think I am the right person to be talking about specialization. But yes, the only requirement that I would say is in the industry is to create and is to be ready to throw away what you create and then go back to it and be willing to make it better, because your work is your work, but at the same time it is for the public, it is for the people to consume. Every feedback, every direction, everything you get, take it with a pinch of salt, put it into your work, and you will see that that sort of acceptance, that sort of fluidity that you take with the feedbacks you get is very very important to incorporate in your work. Just stick to what you really really want, and also while accepting and creating an environment where you can create in a healthy way, and the rest will follow.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And I think you're the perfect person to actually tell us about this, because we generally fit ourselves into a box and we don't try to break free of that. And you've done just that. And that should inspire people actually. Uh, so, and if, when it comes to compensation, what can one expect when starting out? And for those who excel, what opportunities of career growth and earning potential is there in this field?
I think the creative industry is very rewarding. I personally like my own work. I see my work reward me in so many ways. While I, but at the same time, of course, money matters a lot. While starting out, I think writers can expect a decent enough compensation, something between 5 to 6 LPA, and something like that is a good push forward into the career. It's a good starting point, and of course this increases over time, and once you are in the industry you find out opportunities that fit right and the styles that best work for you, and you can always keep chasing after what you want. Is a very good thing about this industry. You always make connections, you always meet new people, and I think that is the beauty of being in this field, that you will never feel that you are stagnating. You will always have the opportunity to move forward, to learn more, learn from your colleagues, learn from the people around you, and there is nothing that you cannot explore. So all it is always, even while you get into the job field, there is still a lot of opportunity to switch, to learn more, to go here and go there and freelance and work on this and work on that, and pick and choose your passion.
That's amazing. And we also want to hear from you any advice that how to make a breakthrough in this industry and have a career in writing books. And what would you consider to be essential starting point for someone trying to venture into this field?
I am far from making a breakthrough, but of course in the course of my career I have celebrated many personal milestones that I hold to my heart and I cherish them deeply. As a starting point, I would say it is important to clear your basics. It is very important, ranging from studying characters, defining their personalities, fitting them in a well tailored plot, well thought out, no loophole, well tailored plot, so that if you are presenting your story or if you're presenting your work to somebody, no one can point out and say, what if this happens, what if that happens, and if they do point that out, you are willing to take it and you're willing to sit and think about it and come back with a good answer. And at the same time, it is very important that you sort of be willing and open to editing. In my career, I've seen a lot of people who believe that the first draft is perfect. There is nothing wrong with the first draft, and that is never the case. Your first draft is just out there for people to get an idea of what you want. You should always be willing to change it. You should always be willing to make it better. And if there are feedbacks on how you can do that, be willing to take them. Take it forward, take it with you, and really push the boundaries on making it how others see it as well, and with your own vision, a compilation of both, so that it can really be out there and you can find your true potential while doing it.
That's amazing to know. And are there any, entry level roles or internships that are available out there? Like, how should one go about, a search for a job in writing?
There are a lot of very very great internships in the publishing industry, especially if you want to look into just that. Then there are a lot of amazing roles even in UI UX writing, copywriting, a lot of things that you can start off with. There are companies that have specifically defined internship roles that they sponsor for students who are wanting to go into this field. And I think what it takes is for you to really sit down and look, mark out what you really really want, and sit and research into it in depth, because not everything is cut out for you. You have to sort of make it in a way that it works for you as well as for the person that you are working for. So yeah, it requires quite some research to understand what kind of internships and what kind of roles you are looking for. But everything out there will add value. Everything out there will make you learn something. So just be on the lookout. The creative industry is ever expanding. There are so many roles that you can get into, and there's so many things that you can do. So you just have to keep an ear out and just see what you want to do.
Great. These are some very powerful tips. And so, lastly, drawing from your own experience and achievements uh, for writing children's book, could you share your qualities, the qualities and skills that you believe contributed to your success, and any other valuable tips or advice of someone who's trying to, get into this field?
For me, I always think success is always just out of your reach. And I think that is the way it should be. Because there should always be some amount of push that you are willing to give yourself. And so that you can nudge yourself forward into a journey of self discovery, of learning. And uh, it also makes you feel like, a comfort zone is something that you need to break out of, and that is what you should be going towards. Be it, I would say, like, be it willing to take feedback, not getting too hung up on things, evolving with the changing times, and taking initiative is very very important. These are the things. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses, but at the same time always be ready to take on new things, to go introduce new things into your workflow, to increase your productivity, to increase on your strengths, to address your weaknesses. All of these things are very very important, and I think that is what matters most at the end of the day, that you are a willing individual who will do everything that it takes to make their work be known out there.
Very interesting. Thank you so much. And, thank you for graciously sharing your story and insights with us. I'm sure your words would inspire, budding writers. And yeah, I hope like a lot of people actually, move into their passion hearing your powerful words. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike.
Bye.